Live. Here we go. Hi, sweetie.
Hey, good morning, Patriot family. How is everybody doing this lovely Tuesday? I'm doing great. What about you?
I'm doing great. So I have, I've been drinking. I've got this thing about Sprite, and I don't know if I feel like I'm cutting out soda, but I'm really not. But look at what cup I got this morning.
Ah, nice. I actually saw the first couple episodes of Marshall's, and it's really good. It's
So
really
good. Did
I
you
don't
know?
like though, like the white Aryan nationals. Like, can we please focus on the radical Islamists? Like that would be more real.
Okay, I will say this, but listen, did you know that what is his name? Luke Grimes or whatever? He actually sings country western music.
I've heard. You've shown me, and he's got a pretty good voice. And
you put me on the spot. What do you mean I showed you, Allie? We were just sitting next to each other.
He's talking about you'll be the altar, or the bed is the altar we'll worship. I'm down for that kind of music all day long. All right, y'all. Welcome to Open Mic. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you to Talk Red family for supporting us and backing us. We love you guys so much. And thank you to our audience. We love you so much. Absolutely. So comment below and let us know where you're joining us from, where you're listening from, how's your day going, and what you expect to see in today's episode. We love you guys.
So much fun. And guys, we want to let you know we're going to have many opportunities for you to support Open Mic Ladies coming soon. So make sure you like, share, and subscribe. All right, Allie, you ready?
Let's open that mic.
Let's go.
Taking back our freedom, back to where we started. We're wearing our red hat tonight. It takes more than just a feeling. Oh, better be believing, and America's gonna be home.
What do you do when they try to cancel you? Maggot Nation, we cancel proof. My red hat stays on. My red hat stays on. You know I love God, but in Trump I trust. November 5th, he gon' ride with us. Our red hat stays on. Our red hat stays on. It's the mayor maggot for the RNC King. 2024 freedom gon' bring this the red, white, and blue. I'm still fighting for each one of you. And keep your red hat on.
Keep your red hat. I see a red hat there in the background. Our red lipstick.
Right there.
Open Mic lip color coming soon.
And out of pocket eyeshadow.
Out of pocket eyeshadow. Because what? Yes, because we are.
Very much so.
Allie,
guys, I think we have a new segment towards the very end. So you want to make sure you stay to the very end of our show.
Yes.
It is a brand new segment, and we are so excited to bring it to you. I cannot wait.
Allie, it's kind of exciting being able to be in my home studio and your home studio. It feels like we're just enjoying the morning together here, right? That's kind of cool. Kind of cool. Okay, guys, I want to share with you our first story here. Stephen Miller does not pull any punches here when he talks about the amount of fraud. And guys, as taxpayers, listen to this, because if this does not get your blood boiling this morning, then you need to check your pulse. Take a look.
I believe, and I know President Trump believes, that when this theft is exposed, we will see that if all of it were stopped, it would be enough to balance the budget. The extraction of wealth from American taxpayers to people who don't belong here is the primary cause of the national debt. And this is the first ever effort to shut that down. Thank you, Mr. President.
First ever. And everyone knows they've been cheating for years.
The first ever. The national debt, we could balance the budget.
Wow. I hope that everybody understood the gravity of what he just said. We can balance the budget if all of the fraud was stopped.
Stop stealing our money.
Stealing from the American people stopped. We could balance our budget. That, ladies and gentlemen, constituents, that is quite literally insane.
But Allie, this makes sense of why they have to make us feel like somehow if we call out somebody for a nationality, or not because of their nationality, but if we call somebody out and they happen to be of a minority descent, they've almost made that where you can't say it. Because what we're finding is that, unfortunately, we've had, even in the state of Minnesota, a lot of fraud carried out by those that are here from Somalia. And it makes it, I think people are afraid to say something because they don't want to come out and come across like you're hateful towards somebody. But fraud is fraud. And let's listen. it's not just immigrants. Okay. It's not just those are here illegally. We've got people, we cannot fix insider trading within the halls of Congress. So we're very well aware that there's a lot of fraud going on, but this is out of control.
This is wild. I mean,
It's
and
like-
then so on the piggyback of this, you have our chief financial officer, Blaise Ngolia, who literally did the same thing. He is capturing fraudsters left and right with his law enforcement. And today yesterday on the day that President Trump signed this executive order naming Vice President J.D. Vance as the auditor of the
I love it.
anti-fraud task force. Blaise Ngolia arrested someone for, I think his name is DuPont, for $1 million in insurance fraud. So it was like, it was crazy. And I'm like, Florida, why is Florida the only state leading the way behind
they're doing it.
President Trump?
They're doing it. Well, Trump, they cut that other segment short. I wanted to catch what Trump finished saying about Ilhan Omar because, we appreciate her so much. Let's take a listen.
Everyone else has been cheating for years. It's the first ever. And it's got to be stopped. I mean, it's got to be stopped. Think of it, Somalia is a third world, maybe a fourth world nation. One of the worst, one of the most dangerous. They don't have anything. They don't have councils. They don't have government. They don't have police. They shoot each other all over the place. They come here and they steal $19 billion. That's crazy. And Ilhan Omar, I hope this is part of it, but she married her brother, supposedly. I mean, there's a lot of documentation. That means she's here illegally and she's a congresswoman. And I hope you're going to be looking at that, or somebody is, all right? Because she's one of the ringleaders here. She's bad news, really.
There you have it.
Whoa, mic drop moment. What in tarnation?
What in tarnation? Okay, so there you have it. Ilhan Omar marrying her brother, falsifying records to come here. So now she's here illegally. And he turns to JD Vance and says, I hope you're going to take that. She's a congresswoman, y'all.
Right. I hope that she has to pay back her paycheck for as long as she's been in office, because that is fraud. Fraud is fraud. It doesn't matter who you are, where you come from. Doesn't matter your skin color, your racial background, or your regional origin.
Part.
You are committing fraud against the American taxpayer, babe. You got to go. Cut out of here. Sorry, it's not happening. We're not doing it.
Cut out of here. She said you evicted.
Deuces, don't let the door hit you with a good Lord.
Good Lord split you. I love you. It's like we had the same upbringing. I love it. Well, and then Allie, so I love, personally, on a personal note, can we get personal with you for just a second? We can get personal. Okay.
Yes. Hello.
I love when people, when you're working towards the same goal and you are absolutely like dialed in, right? Like towards the goal. I don't like, kind of like you and I are, right? And then people come along and they think that somehow they're going to drive a wedge between a unified front, between two people who are like, and I think about like peas and carrots, and I think about president and vice president, right? Like, people are trying that even, and of course they're always on the left. So it makes me wonder if people, when you try to do that, are you really a Democrat? Because somebody here is trying to do that in this press conference. JD Vance picks up right where Trump left off. Take a listen to what he had to say. Kind of funny.
I know what you're trying to do, Phil. You're trying to drive a wedge between members of the administration, between me and the president. What the president said consistently, going back to 2015, and I agreed with him, is that Iran should not have a nuclear weapon. We have taken this military action under the president's leadership. I think all of us, whether you're a Democrat or Republican, should pray for success and pray for the safety of our troops. That's the approach that I've taken. Make it as successful as possible.
So there's no hesitation, given your past statements, with the current operation?
What do you mean there's no hesitation with my past statements?
Given your skepticism of foreign adventurism, you were a critic of the global war on terror previously.
Well, I think one big difference, Phil, is that we have a smart president, whereas in the past we've had dumb presidents. And
that part. Oh my gosh. Cook, VP. Just keep cooking, because this is what you call trying to like he threw a bomb and tried to watch it go off and see the shrapnel. That is insane. Like, first of all, you can't do that with someone who really does understand operations. And President Trump does not surround himself with yes men, and he doesn't surround himself with people that is essentially an echo chamber. He likes good criticism. He asks people for their opinion, and and largely sometimes for their advice. And why are we still trying to hold people accountable for things that they have said in the past when their actions have shown different? And this is not a war on terror. This is a war against Iran having a nuclear weapon.
Allie,
Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. No. Sorry. Okay. Here, I'll just go.
Is that a Donald Trump pen or
I don't know. Wait, no. Hold on. Where's my Donald? It's like my Donald Trump
is that
pen.
the marker? Oh, there you go. Is that what we're doing? We're boxing.
Oh no, I'm so sorry. And I know I have.
Okay. Don't worry. We do this all the time.
When you feel silence sometimes during the day at work, you're like, I can't wait to get a word in. Well, Allie, and so part of what I love about this is that they're talking about JD Vance's comments back in 2015. And I've heard some of the things that JD Vance said in 2015 that even he didn't sound very favorable even to Trump. And it was
Neither did
something,
Marco Rubio.
well, right, but it was something when he ran as vice president. I was like, I don't know, I don't like it. But then he said one thing in like the second debate where he had to debate Tampon Tim. He said, listen, so I did not know then the type of leadership that Donald Trump would actually provide.
Yeah.
And so many times when people are elected to office or when they're running for office and people want to try to like trip you up and say, well, you said this, it's like, okay, is he not allowed to make a different decision based on new information? A lot of people took the wrong approach when it came to COVID because they were scared. And am I gonna beat you over the head with it right now if you're all of a sudden waking up and seeing it? No, like welcome home. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's no grace anymore in this.
Right. No, and that it's the same in I think with in churches, right? You have a lot of times there isn't a lot of grace, which is weird because that's where you're supposed to find your grace.
Yeah.
I mean, you got a bunch of faith-filled people, you're supposed to find some grace. There's got to be grace for things because it's given to us. Why do we not give it out? Instead, we want to hold people with a pitchfork. Like this is what you said. And again, we've been constantly reminded here lately that intentions mean more than outcomes, which I don't agree with because outcomes mean more than intention. Yeah. Intentions versus outcomes because the path to hell.
You can sit on your best intentions for a long time. That doesn't provide an outcome.
That part. So it's the intention was behind this question was to try again to wedge President Trump and Vice President JD Vance, pit each other against each other, and to kind of trip him up, and he's not going to.
Nope.
Have they not watched any of his other interviews, especially on CNN?
And of all the questions you could ask while inside the Oval Office, that was by far one of the dumbest. And I don't believe there are many dumb questions, but that definitely was one. So guys, I want you guys to know this is out of the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court's going to step in, Allie. This is exciting. There are activist judges, obviously all across the country, but one in particular that barred the Trump administration from ending Biden's temporary protected status. This was over like 350,000 Haitians. I think there's audio with it. Let's take a listen. Just looking at the border there. Remember, we had Haitians that came across, as well as others that came across to this country illegally. So as Trump's trying to not give them protected status, because again, the reason they're coming here with protected status, Allie, is you look at the country of Haiti, it is in shambles. And we have put good money after bad money in Haiti. Ask the Clinton Foundation where all that money went, and where all the children went, actually, post the massive earthquake that was just a few years ago. So this is their attempt, I think, to bring us back to some kind of, I don't know, an America First stance. You know, why are we giving protective status for those that are here now from Haiti? We need to start looking at what are they doing here in this country, because you can't tell me there aren't people that came here via Haiti or even via Mexico that don't have best intentions for this country. Kind of interesting that the Supreme Court's going to take this up.
I think that's a good idea for them to do it. But also, you know who needs protective status? American citizens.
Women, can we get hello? Our young boys and girls, our schools. We just had another shooting
America
in Michigan.
Oh no.
Yeah. I don't have a lot of info on it yet, but
yeah, no, Americans need protective status. America needs protective status. The Western Hemisphere needs protective status. And it looks like we have Captain America at the helm, and his name is President Donald J. Trump.
the Don Road Doctrine. Cheers. Okay, Allie, if I was going to ask you, our viewers at home, because you're having these conversations at the checkout line.
At least we hope so.
You better be having these conversations. At least like on a date. Tell me, how do you know? How do you know if the person you're dating is a conservative if you don't talk politics? You better be talking politics.
Come here.
What?
Come here. Are you having those conversations? Are you? Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, if you were having this conversation, guys, what would you say that the statistic is based on polling on how people feel about what's going on in Iran, the conflict, our role in it, the way we're going in and I guess handling it. What do you think, Allie? Because I had this discussion with some Turning Point students over the weekend for our Turning Point chapter meeting, and I was shocked.
I would say anywhere between 47 and 54%.
Oh, are you sure you haven't seen this screen yet?
No, I haven't seen it.
Well, okay, because then we're on it. According to the latest McLaughlin poll, which they're not partisan. I mean, I don't really care for them, but they're not partisan. It says that Trump's decisive strike against Iran really gave a commanding 10-point lead in the polls, 51% to 41%. I thought it was funny what they put here. I don't understand what's happening with Tucker Carlson. I know we're going to get into this a little bit later. Somebody can send me an email because down here at the bottom, they say someone tell Tucker and the woke right they're missing the memo on the real American grit. I don't know.
There's some happenings.
You got to stop doing this. You can't take somebody that I like and looked up to, and like literally the only thing I would watch on Fox News because their faux news was Tucker Carlson. And then when they fired him, I was like, oh, now he's really my guy. But I don't understand.
With new evidence, can you have a new perception?
It's got psychological on me. Oh my God. Wow. I'm going to go wear my dunce cap. I'll be right back. You've learned new information.
With new evidence, can you form a new opinion?
We are best friends. Speaking of new information, oh my gosh, and I'm not trying to fly through this, but because we'll get to Tucker later and I'll explain to you about
We'll explain.
I was shocked, but this not so much. This was not so shocking. Now, nobody on the right really cares for Nancy Pelosi. We think she's had way too much Botox. Her eyebrows show it. But most importantly, because of what she failed to do on January 6th, by trying to help, when Trump made pleas for the National Guard to be brought in, she's just a disaster. She's such a disaster. Thank God she's out of the leadership role. But Mike Pence was somebody that a lot of us, Allie, were sold as the running mate for Donald Trump back in 2016. And he was an evangelical Christian. So I think a lot of people that were like nervous about Trump were like, they got Pence there to kind of take care of him and make sure he stays in line. Pence turned out, it looks like, to be one of the biggest traitors of our country that you could ever imagine. Take a look at this. Now, this is being published by Paul White, Gold Eagle. He goes by @Paul Eagle. Take a look at this. It is really storming outside. Maduro has implicated Maduro. Remember that guy?
Yeah.
That surrendered in Venezuela? Mm-hmm. Yeah. He's implicated Mike Pence and Nancy Pelosi in massive 2020 election probe. So this is how they're reporting this. Again, we bring it to you straight from social media. It says Maduro was implicated. This was actually just yesterday. Yeah. Late yesterday. So Maduro's cooperation and testimony is about to take down lots of powerful people who committed the ultimate betrayal against our country for their own personal gain. Not my words. Take it from @Paul Gold Eagle. We actually follow this account a lot. They seem to be right on the money. So I'll just leave that there for you guys. Would you be shocked? I
mean, that is wild information and about damn time. I'm just saying.
Okay, wait. Do you remember?
It's insane.
Do you remember?
He's singing. The jailbird is singing. This is why they say snitches get stitches. But we're glad that we have him. We're playing chess.
So, Allie, I remember in the lead up to the 2020 election, once upon a time, there was the vice presidential debate, and Kamala was like it's hard to listen to her. But do you remember that fly that landed on Pence's hair? Do you remember that?
Yes.
Okay, so while it was very distracting, somebody, a faith person, shall remain nameless, reached out to me like a few days later and was like, "Oh my God, did you see that like giant fly on his hair?" And I was like, "Yeah, poor guy. Like that's got to be awful on national television, and like you got a fly on your white gray hair." And she was like, "No, some people are saying in the faith community that was a sign of like an
omen,
like a traitor kind of thing, like." Like, how it's a bad thing when you get a fly in your whatever, like,
Okay.
yeah. And I'm like looking through the Bible. I'm like, the Lord does not say anything about flies, but
say that. That's not biblical, but okay.
But now I'm thinking about it. I'm like, I don't know. Maybe she had a point there. Who knows?
There might. I mean, I think a lot of people felt that way, whether it's biblical or not. I think a lot of people were like, there's something wrong with this here. We're not quite sure what that is. And it's like, how do you not feel that and not swipe it away? Like, are you an alien? Because are you really human? I just would like to know, because anyone that has some kind of thing on their face, you can feel it. And you would swipe it away.
It was on his hair. And honestly,
maybe you didn't feel it. I don't know.
It was so sprayed. It was
maybe so hairsprayed.
All Mike Pence had to do, and this was the talk down at the ellipsis, I think that's what you call it, down there, right outside the White House or outside of the Capitol. Was the ask is to go march peacefully towards the Capitol to support our elected representatives, to not certify an election where we had a lot of issues in certain areas of our country. Not every state. Some states were cut and dry, but we had a lot of areas, especially in the swing states, where all Pence had to do was send the vote back to go back and recertify in the states. Make the states do. Listen, we have some states take 10, 12, 14 days before they even get most of the ballots in. You're not telling me they couldn't have kicked it back to actually look at this.
First of all, it should not take 12 days for you to count and to receive back ballots. Florida is able to do it in one day. Like third world countries are able to do it in one day, or second world countries are able to do it in one day. Why? Why does it take America, in certain states in America, 12 days, unless you're cheating? And I'm just going to sidebar. I just am looking at X right now, and I see Steak and Shake, and they said they have officially launched 100% beef tallow tots. I might go to Steak and Shake later and order me a Freedom Shake and some Freedom Tots. Maybe we should pitch a sponsorship from Steak and Shake, because wow,
I would eat some tots in the morning, like sit here with our little Steak and Shake.
Absolutely.
So, and full disclosure, when Allie and I are on the road, when we're on road trips, there are
place we stop.
Huh?
That's the place we stop at.
Okay, we're gonna get really real and tell you that even as Christians, we bypassed Chick-fil-A and went to Steak and Shake. That's how real it's gotten with the open mic ladies. Just saying, Steak and Shake.
I know some of y'all caught that. Just ignore it. It's fine.
Allie, there was something that broke over the weekend. It's just kind of funny, and it was kind of cute. I don't know what they're doing here. Maybe y'all can comment on this. But President Trump puts on a cowboy hat in the Oval Office. But my favorite part, listen closely. I hope we don't get like a copyright infringement on this, but listen to the music. Take a look.
This is number 1 of 250. Got the Constitution in there. Yeah. And the liner.
The Constitution.
We'll put that in the museum. Right?
Is in the liner. That's
put it on, sir.
Gold flag. And 13 million colors. I think it's the flag.
Are you gonna check it? Okay. Let me see. The right way, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Nice. You know what that reminds me of, Allie? That reminds me of when we go to Washington D.C. to argue for
Against
in
the Farm
support.
Bill,
Yeah, in support of small
local
town
farmers.
local
Yeah.
farmers. Yeah.
Wow, it's nice. And then someone posted a photo of Reagan and next to President Trump, and it's same energy. It's the same energy. I love it.
He does
Who would have
feel like
thought
he.
you would see President Trump in a cowboy hat?
I mean, I'm not going to go there.
Was that on your bingo card, sis?
It was. It's in the center of my bingo card. Just kidding. No, but so the other clip that I have, and I had to play, I just dawned on me, I had to play another one because I didn't want to use the music. It was George Strait. So we can't play that because, again, George, give us a call. Like, we'd love to play your music, but pretty interesting. And, you mentioned a comparison to Ronald Reagan, and I was at a meeting not that long ago, a Republican meeting, and somebody was kind of talking about Ronald Reagan, and this younger person, voter, like 22-ish, was like, kind of couldn't see the resemblance between, I mean, obviously wasn't alive during Reagan's time, but the younger generation, I believe, this like 18 to 20 something, 25 or whatever, this is the first president they're seeing that has that, I don't know, that swag, that likability, that no nonsense, right?
I think Trump is Gen Z's Reagan.
Yeah, and the baby boomers JFK, right? Like that's what he is, yeah.
Exactly. He's just Trump for us millennials. He's just that's it.
Well, Allie, we had a lot of good reports from the Winter Olympics that have been going on, but I didn't have this on my bingo card. I didn't foresee. By the time you get a gold medal as an Olympian, this is a huge deal. Before I play it real quick, this is Callie Humphreys. So she's a 6-time Olympic medalist. She's in the bobsled category. So she has other medals, I guess. But for whatever reason, this particular one, guys, she felt the need to present this to Trump. Let's take a listen.
So I am here today, and I'm so honored to present this, my Order of ECOS medal, to you, Donald Trump. Look at it. Thank you. So we only get one, but I want to recognize the support and the impact you've had on women's sports throughout the Olympic movement, specifically standing up to keep biological women in women's sports, to keep the field of play safe and allow for fair competition. I believe this actually makes you the first president in history to ever be awarded an Order of ECOS as well. So thank you.
Wow.
Okay. Look at that.
I mean, come on.
Incredible. So not only do we have a president, or was she a candidate that she gave the World Peace Award to
the Nobel
Trump?
Peace Prize winner? Yes,
Yeah, she gave that to President Trump, and now you have an American woman who won a medal and received a medal of high honor, and gave it to President Trump for standing for women and girls to be safe in their spaces, safe in their sports, and to protect women and girls' sports in all places. That is incredible. And to think that we even had to is quite crazy.
I was just going to piggyback off of that, Allie, because and as she's getting choked up, we're realizing that part of what she's witnessing is, like, you look at competition like the bobsledding category, you look at gymnastics, you look at any of the sports. Biological men are physically and biologically built different. They're genetically different. So to try to compete against, and we've seen this in some sports, even boxing, you've seen biological men step in, and you feel like you're watching something that should be assault and battery. Like it is, and so for people to try take away what women have worked so hard for, to be able to compete and have a level playing field. It showed to her anyway what that meant, that he stood up for that and made that stand. So
It did, for sure. And it shows little girls what true masculinity looks like. You
Yeah. Protecting and standing up for women. Absolutely.
That's big. I'm so proud.
Even when it's been difficult, and even when people have, like you and I have difficult days, and we'll walk out to the car, we'll be like, shoot, remember that time they tried to pay to assassinate Trump? Maybe we ain't got it so bad. Maybe we're okay.
Right.
We've got so much more coming, including, guys, we're going to get a look into what is happening with Tucker Carlson. I'll try to give you both sides of the story, I guess, and I'll let you guys make the decisions. I'm still very confused about it, but I'll try to lead you even through my confusion. We'll be right back with more Open Mic after this word from Liberty Cigars. Stay tuned.
From the heart of Marietta, Georgia, comes a tribute to the spirit of liberty. Liberty Cigars, where history meets craftsmanship. Each cigar tells a story. The Founders Collection honors the visionaries who shaped a nation. The President's House Collection celebrates the leaders who steered it. And the Naval Series salutes the heroes who defended it. Handcrafted with precision, each blend mirrors the essence of its namesake. From the boldness of George Washington to the elegance of Thomas Jefferson. Indulge in a moment of reflection. Light a Liberty cigar and savor the legacy. Discover your story at libertycigars.com, because every great nation deserves a great cigar. Liberty Cigars, smoke the history. And don't forget to use promo code OpenMic for 10% off your order.
Hi guys, welcome back to Open Mic with Allie and Michelle. Thank you to our Talk Red family. Guys, if you are just now watching us for the first time, we're so glad to have you. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe, and then please follow at Michelle Posey and at Real Allie Leger. Also at Open Mic Ladies on all platforms. Okay, Allie, you and I were talking a little bit in the commercial break.
Yes.
Because I was not kidding. This Tucker Carlson stuff is confusing.
We're just confused. We don't know what's going on.
I mean, I don't normally say I'm just a girl, but this was, this has blown my mind. It's blown my mind because I can understand some of the things that people have issues with Candace Owens. Like, we're not going to always agree with everybody. And that's one of the things in the conservative movement we have to get over. We're not going to all agree. But this is.
But what we can agree on is voter outreach.
Yeah.
Because if nobody comes out to vote for you, what are you even doing?
Absolutely. Now, this is a long interview with Ted Cruz. Ted Cruz is saying, basically, he went on the record calling for Tucker Carlson's foreign ties to be investigated. So what he's saying is that Tucker Carlson bought a home in Qatar, that Iranian state television is airing his podcast. The Ayatollah's regime told Iranians they need to listen to him. Is this interference? Is this some, I don't know. I mean, and now they're saying that he wrote earlier that the CIA is preparing a criminal referral to generate media leaks and humiliate Tucker. Not sure if that's wrong. I'm going to let you guys listen to Ted Cruz. I'm not the biggest fan of Ted Cruz, but take a listen to just a portion of it, and then we'll discuss it, Allie.
Tucker and foreign influence. How concerned are you about that, specifically from a financial standpoint?
I'm very concerned about that. Look, if you look at, look at U.S. universities and foreign nations that give money to U.S. universities. I don't think foreign nations should be able to give any money to U.S. universities. I think it is causing a lot of problems in our colleges and universities. The number one foreign funders of U.S. universities is Qatar. Qatar has given $6.6 billion with a B to U.S. universities. You look at the anti-Semitic protests and riots you had on college campuses all across the country. I think Qatar was a major force funding that. I'm not the only person who noticed the tents all matched. It was not spontaneous. It was not just organic. It was funded. And I believe it was funded by Qatar, and I think by Iran and China. And you might say, China, why would China be pushing that? Look, it's in China's interest just to divide us, just to push dissension and create chaos. But Qatar in particular is paying money. Look, Qatar hosts the leaders of Hamas. They live like billionaires. They live like kings. And Qatar spends billions pushing anti-Semitism, anti-Americanism, anti-capitalism, pushing ideologies that rip America apart. And I believe many of these influencers that are online that are saying this, I think it is quite likely they are being paid, and paid millions of dollars. I don't think they're being paid a little bit. I think they're being paid a lot by Qatar. And that is consistent with everything that we're seeing. We know Tucker Carlson bought a home in Qatar. And to be clear, it's not just that every podcast he has, he's attacking Israel, he's attacking Jews. Jews are the source of everything wrong. Every problem we have in America came from the Jews, according to him. It's not just that. Look, anti-Semitism is a gateway to anti-capitalism and anti-Americanism. And so Tucker is also, he interviewed the president of Iran. And it was a softball interview. He asked him no hard questions. This is the same president of Iran actively trying to murder Donald Trump. Tucker didn't ask him about that. Tucker has praised Nicolas Maduro, the communist dictator of Venezuela, who we just arrested. He's praised Comrade Mondami, the communist and Islamist mayor in New York. Tucker has said he thinks we should apologize to the family of Osama bin Laden. I don't think we
I
should.
want to know where that stuff
I
is.
want the source of this.
Yeah. Like it's one thing to just talk about it, but it's another thing to like source the information and pull it up. I mean, is it out there? Like,
so
really?
this is our homework for tomorrow, because here's my thing, guys. I do admittedly watch a lot of Tucker. I don't watch like the whole show, because it's kind of like Sean Ryan. It's gotten so long. Like, I gotta work. I don't have time. But I do watch a lot of his clips. I've not heard that. I've not heard that. So this is going to be something that we're going to have to seek out to see if there are those clips out there. I mean, I think it's awfully brazen for Ted Cruz to make comments, though, about worrying about, shady money dealings, when he's really within the rights to be able to do something about insider trading in Capitol Hill. Like, we have stuff, and I'm not excusing something that could or could not be happening with Tucker Carlson, but are we going to start making these accusations on somebody who gets the right to be able to interview a foreign adversary? I mean, I can remember back in times where people were interviewing Osama bin Laden in caves, and he was already carrying out terrorist attacks. Like, do we at least want, if somebody can make that, I guess, olive branch to be able to interview them, like, isn't that a journalist's job? Are we mad at him for interviewing the head of the regime? And I guess he said he soft walked the interview. I don't know. I have not seen.
I didn't see the interview.
What do you think, guys?
I don't know. Yeah.
Do you think we have influencers that are paid by? Do you think we have influencers paid by foreign adversaries?
I think if we know that our colleges are being influenced by foreign money, and we know that our legacy media is being influenced by foreign money, I don't think it's far-fetched to believe that there could be potentially some folks on our side that are being influenced by foreign money. It's not far-fetched. Do I know who they are? No. Do I have my suspicions? Maybe. Will I say them out loud? Probably not, because I don't have actual evidence to say that.
No.
So Grok, I asked Grok, and it says, this comment, it says, I would be totally comfortable sharing condolences with Osama bin Laden's family. I hate Osama bin Laden. On the other hand, if somebody dies, it's okay to say, I'm sorry to his family. That's quoted from Tucker Carlson. So he didn't say that the United States should apologize to Osama bin Laden for killing him. He just stated that he would give condolences for the loss of their family member.
But isn't, in the Muslim tradition, isn't dying, you get like 42 virgins? So isn't he partying right now? Like, I'm not
Right.
gonna say, I'm gonna say condone. Do you know what I mean? Like that, Tucker, we
Yeah.
got issues. I got issues with that.
Yeah.
I do. I have issues with that. And so the big term that everybody's throwing around is FARA, FARA. It's the Foreign Agents Registration Act. Basically, it's a law that requires individuals who want to act as agents of foreign principals or governments to disclose that they're lobbying, they have public relations, or they're doing advocacy. Obviously, Tucker Carlson's not registered that way. So do you I don't know if I consider this working on behalf of you guys. We got to get really careful with this First Amendment thing,
Yeah. I agree
because
with you.
I mean, and this is why Allie talks about the woke right, because sometimes you can go so far right that you start to sound left, because you just like, I gotta hook you and bring you back. And I'm not talking about on principle. I'm talking about just, do we really want to be the country that says you can't go to another country and talk to a foreign adversary? Well, Trump did it when he went over to Korea. Like, nobody had been over there in how many years, and they thought he was crazy for trying to sit down with this, the Rocket Man.
I don't know. I think there needs. I need more evidence before I can make a conclusion.
Why do I feel like somebody out there is going to send it to us?
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure. And please do send what you have. Drop it in the comments so we can see it, or DM us if you're not bold enough.
Yep, absolutely.
See what I did there?
DM us if you're not bold enough. Stay out of the DMs. We'll have an entire DM show. I've had people say, "You're not really going to have a DM show, are you?" Direct message, maybe. I don't know.
We might.
All right, guys. So Wall Street Apes is sharing this, and I wanted to share it with y'all because we all love a good Shark Tank episode, right? Where you get the little nobodies that pitch their ideas to these mega millionaires to see if they'll pick up stock in it. You see a lot of people's dreams come true on that reality show. But did you know that there's a good story behind one of the hosts of Shark Tank? And listen to his message. Take a look.
In a communist country, what happens is if you make more money than the guy next to you, guess what the factory does? It takes your money away. Everybody makes the same amount of money. So my dad would go to bars and say bad things about communism, and they threw him in jail. And so my dad was in jail 22 times. And the last time he went to
22 times.
22 times.
So how long is he in jail for? Like,
they put him in. The longest at one time he was 6 months. And the last time he was in jail, they said, if you come back, you will never come back. They have places they sent you. So literally, my dad in the middle of the night escaped from jail. It sounds really dramatic. I mean, it's a little village. He literally pushed the door open. But, I escaped. I'm like, you pushed the door open. But he grabbed my mom and I. We had one suitcase. We crossed the border to Italy, had enough money to get a ticket on a boat called the Cristoforo Colombo, and ended up here.
What a
wow.
story. I mean, this is what I'm talking about when I said the First Amendment. Like, you got to be careful how far you want to take these accusations, I guess, right, Allie? Like,
yeah, I mean, we have a right to say what we want, but what we don't have is absence of consequences for saying what we want.
Yeah.
And if you are going to make accusations, you need to be able to back them up. It's not about what you know; it's about what you can prove.
Yeah.
Can you prove it? Can you prove it? I mean, there is rumors that CIA, right? Didn't we cover this? That the CIA has read his text messages and they think that it violates FARA. So, I mean, we'll see where it goes from here. I don't know. Maybe listen to Trump Tuesday tonight and figure it out. I mean, follow myself and Michelle and Open Mic Ladies and hop into our space. It's not our space. It's our friend, Mark Naughton and Political James, and sometimes Crypto Lawyer. He's in there mostly. And Reporter McCabe, they're in there, and they discuss all things Trump. And so I'm pretty sure this is going to be something that they bring up and have a conversation about. And so if you want more information, I mean, they're not really wrong. They're batting 1,000 in that space. So,
and part of what I've learned being in spaces is that it's just good conversation. And it's a great, speaking of First Amendment, it's a great place for people to share their opinions. And there are people that jump in there that do not believe like you and I. And do you want to sit in an echo chamber your whole life, or do you want to open up your eyes and ears to hear somebody that maybe doesn't believe exactly like you? Sometimes that's a good exercise to do.
And it's good to be able to argue your point, your stance. If this is how you truly believe, defend it. Let me see you defend it. We are in America. We are in America's 250th anniversary of its independence. I mean, make it worthy of the moment. If you truly believe this way, then you defend it.
Yeah,
I want to see you defend it.
Absolutely. Allie, I can remember there was a time where the Biden administration was playing around with delivering false information, or people that were, fact checkers, and they're out there like striking down every single post you and I make. And really all we're doing is just sharing opinion. Or data.
Or the facts, actually. It was data from our own government.
We're sharing data, and they're like, if you don't stick to the narrative, we're going to kick you off this platform. Very crazy. Very, very crazy. So we have some uplifting videos here I wanted to show you. Actually, you shared this with me. This one's got 27 million views already. So grab onto your coffee. Here we go. What?
Damn, baby, all I need is a little bit. Drop it like it's hot, get to work in that back. Shake that back. You work that back.
Oh my God.
Need all the ladies that know they look good tonight. What am I saying? We gonna try to just do this shit like this. To the front.
Oh my God. I know Allie's over there dancing, right? Oh my gosh.
I have this exact playlist.
This is brought to us by Allie.
Oh, that's so much fun. That looks like so much fun.
Looks like fun. A lot of fun. Sorry about the language, but guys, oh my gosh.
That's incredible.
That looks
Oh my
and
goodness.
so this is just the amazing flex of the US military.
I love our military.
I
And
just
that is,
couldn't
I mean, I think I have that exact mashup of 2000s club bangers. Yeah. I don't listen to it often,
Wait,
but
that's what we listen to on some of our
ladies' night. Yeah.
Well,
Ladies' night trips.
Not just ladies' night, but on our road trips.
Yes, that's I mean, yeah. We don't really have ladies' nights. We do road trips. When we go to like
Ladies' nights
Tallahassee
are
and
road
DC.
trips.
I would definitely take our road trips over like a club. We have so much fun. But yeah, no, that is incredible. And if that doesn't make you want to hua all day long, I don't know what will. That's just amazing. It is amazing. Amazing.
Tell you what, it makes me want to put on my Flynn hat.
Yes.
That's what it makes me want to put on.
There you go.
Man served, and he's still serving.
Still. He is an incredible man too, by the way. Gosh,
Yeah.
that was such a cool video. I'm so glad they put that together and threw that out there. That's
Yes.
Did you guys like that video? Did that make you all excited?
Okay, you got it. Maybe it gets us ready for the weekend on this Tuesday morning. But so there's another little soundbite here, Allie. This is from the Oval Office. This is Peter Ducey. You never know what's going to come out of his mouth. But
Oh
take a
boy.
listen. Take a listen.
Just want to ask you about something very interesting that you said twice today. That you talked to another former president about the Iran strikes.
I did.
Was it George W. Bush?
No,
Was it Bill Clinton?
I don't want to say. I don't want to say because
Barack Obama.
a member of a party, they have Trump derangement syndrome. All, but it's somebody that happens to like me, and I like that person who's a smart person. But that person said, "I wish I did it." Okay, but I don't want to get into who.
Okay.
I don't want to get him into trouble. Maybe, hey,
I have a guess.
you know what? Yeah, I think you probably know. You know, it's interesting. And maybe he'd be proud. And I could even ask him that. Would you like me to reveal your name to Peter at Fox? How you doing? My ratings. Your ratings are through the roof, Peter.
Thank you for noticing.
Congratulations.
Can I ask you another question?
Yeah.
Okay, he goes on to ask another question. So who do we
That's so
think
cool.
this is?
That he likes? Because he
No.
definitely doesn't like Clinton.
No, well, but listen, this is Barack Obama's not going to say he wished he would have done it. He gave them money. He said it was no Bush, so I'm guessing that's junior and senior. What other president is there besides Clinton? If it's Clinton, First
he
of
doesn't
all,
like President Clinton.
did you see President Clinton? Listen, single women out there, get you a man that looks at you the way President Clinton looked at his Epstein photos. It was like a trip down memory lane. Did you see that? They tried to pass him by him as he's being deposed, and he takes that and he's like, he puts his glasses on. He's like smiling, like, yeah. And his attorney's like trying to take the paper away, and he's like, "Give me that. She was cute."
Dirty caca.
Yeah. I don't think it.
Sucio.
I can't imagine it being Barack Obama.
No, I mean,
What
but
else you got?
maybe it's an older one. I don't know. What do y'all think?
I think it's Clinton. I do. I think it's Bill Clinton. And I'm not saying he really. Oh, he did say he liked him, didn't he?
That's what I'm saying.
What?
He doesn't like the Clintons.
He doesn't like Hillary. But let's be honest, who does? Bill sometimes gets he gets away with it because he's kind of like, people think he's funny.
Look, I don't know. What do y'all think?
I don't know, but now I'm going to keep an eye out on that to be able to see who it was. I don't know who would have said. I wish I would have done it. I just can't imagine that it's Barack Obama because it's like a lot of his.
No, I doubt it. Highly
doubt it. You want to see a really, really nice video for our out of pocket segment today? I mean, you think?
All right. Yes, let's go.
All right, now set down your pearls. Don't clutch your pearls. There is some language in this. I'm warning you ahead of time. Get the kiddos out of the room because, well, he's, it's a military video. So, of course, he's got some language, but he's not wrong, though. Take a listen. Out of pocket moment.
Hey, I don't know who need to hear this. You know what I'm saying? I see a lot of people be talking shit about America. Hey, if you don't like America, go to another country, bitch. I love this country. I'll protect this bitch.
What? Thank you, sir. So a lot of people will think he's out of pocket because he's recording it in his uniform. But you know what? You know who I think is out of pocket? People that don't like America and still live here.
Yeah.
People that don't like America and leave their tyrannical countries to come to America to trash America to make it look like they're tyrannical countries. Those people are out of pocket. So who's really out of pocket? You tell us. Let us know.
Do you think he's going to get in trouble for posting that in his video?
No. Secretary of War, Pete Hegseth, has reposted the video.
I know, but I'm saying you don't think somebody's going to get in trouble.
He's not getting in trouble. I'm telling you right now, he's not getting in trouble. He literally just said, I protect this country. You don't want to be here? Deuces, B.
Deuces. So how long have we been hearing that Miley Cyrus was leaving? Has she left?
I don't know.
I know Rosie O'Donnell left. I know Ellen DeGeneres left. I think they're evading stuff from Epstein, if you want my honest opinion, but that's just my opinion.
We're not gonna miss you.
I'd miss her as Hannah Montana, but something happened.
Well, she's grown up. She's no longer Hannah.
No, she's not Hannah anymore.
You grow up.
You do.
And when you're not, I don't know. It is what it is. But yeah, if you don't like it, peace out.
Guys, that's going to be
it, right?
That's going to be it for Allie and I this morning. We've got to head off to get some other things done this morning, but we want to make sure you guys set your notifications. Click like, share, subscribe so that you find out every time Open Mic Ladies are live, 10 a.m. Eastern, Monday through Friday. Thank you, Talk Red family. Allie, any last words before we sign off?
Go be the sharpest tip of the spear in your circle of influence and live a life worthy of the sacrifice of our soldiers and military members at arms. Thank you so much for joining Open Mic. We love y'all.
Keep your mic open, guys. Thank you so much.